The Amduat, meaning that which is in the Afterworld, is an event detailing a cycle that the sun god Ra must undergo where he travels through the underworld, from the time when the sun sets in the west and rises again in the east. It is said that the dead pharaoh is taking this same journey, ultimately to become one with Ra and live forever. Description: the underworld is divided into 12 hours of the night, each representing different allies and enemies for the pharaoh/sun god to encounter. The Amduat names all of these gods and monsters. The main purpose of the Amduat is to give the names of these gods and monsters to the spirit of the dead pharaoh, so he can call upon them for help or use their name to defeat them. Overview: in the course of a single day, Ra sails through 24 kingdoms with each one with different rules and rulers. During the day, Ra travels through the 12 kingdoms of the day, each of which he rules. However, when Ra approaches Manu and the first of the gates of night, the sacred apes that reside on Manu mourn the death of the sun god as he passes on once he enters the gates. His bark passes through the gates as the sun sets, and that is where the tale of the Amduat begins. The bark is taken by 12 goddesses of the night who begin to tow it along. Each of the night goddesses is specially equipped to handle the challenges of one of the 12 kingdoms of the night watercourse of Ra. The watercourse of Ra is the first kingdom of the night, where it is a dark pathway illuminated by fire-breathing serpents. The wolf-headed war god Wepwae guides the boat, and Sa, the first night goddess, guards the boat from any opposing force that will attempt to interfere. This takes Ra through the first hour of night and into the second, where the bark passes through a massive gate guarded by 3 poisonous snakes. Sa then leaves when she finishes her duty, allowing the second goddess of the night to take her place, and invokes the true names of the 3 serpentine gatekeepers, thereby making them pass through the gate. Ernest. This takes Ra through the first hour of night and into the second, where the bark passes through a massive gate guarded by 3 poisonous snakes. Sa then leaves when she finishes her duty, allowing the second goddess of the night to take her place, and invokes the true names of the 3 serpentine gatekeepers, thereby making them pass through the gate. The second kingdom of the night, known as Ernest, is a section of the underworld where dead kings reside alongside the gods Bes, Nepra, and Tipu in watercourse of the only god. Once entering the third kingdom of the night, the second night goddess leaves upon completing her duties, as well with the third night goddess taking her place. The third kingdom of the night is known as the watercourse of the only god, where Osiris resides and judges the dead with the aid of Horus' 4 sons. Each of him is in charge of protecting a different set of organs. Living one of forms. The fourth kingdom of the night is known as the living one of forms, which is also part of Osiris' domain and is said to be a realm of darkness and misery that is only inhabited by multi-headed snakes. The river they sail upon is transformed into a ravine called the mouth of the tomb. In the absence of water to sail through, the fourth night goddess transforms the bark into a massive serpent that carries them through the 4th hour of night. Hidden. The 5th hour is simply known as hidden, and it resides at the bottom of the giant ravine from the 4th kingdom. This kingdom is ruled by Seker, a mummified falcon god who punishes the damned by dropping them in a boiling lake, and also several sphinxes who oversee the punishments dealt by Seker. The far wall of the canyon is called the realm of night and darkness, where the divine scarab beetle known as Khepri resides. Khepri lands upon the dead body of Ra as the boat sails onward. Abyss of Waters. The 6th kingdom, the Abyss of Waters, is another realm ruled by Osiris, but one that attributes to him being a fertility god. The river has returned from being a ravine, and the giant serpent returns to the shape of Ra's boat once more. The 6th kingdom is also said to be one of the more mysterious ones, as it is said that the boat is overseen by numerous unknown gods who stand at the banks of the river, along with a colossal lion-like being, and 3 shrines that are not be spoken of. Secret Cavern. R7, the Secret Cavern, is where the serpent chaos god Apophis resides. Apophis is noteworthy for being Ra's greatest enemy, as he wishes to devour Ra and return the world into endless darkness. The goddess Isis summons a massive serpent god of her own, called Mayan, to fight Apophis. Selket and Horus, who who is believed to be Set masquerading as Horus, also join the battle against Apophis. Apophis is weakened enough for Isis to seal him away for another night. Sarcophagus of the Gods. In the 8th hour, the sarcophagus of the gods, dead gods call out to Ra from the banks of the river. The boat is escorted by 4 rams, which apparently collectively represent Tatanen, a genderless primordial earth god. Procession of Images. The procession of images, in the 9th hour, is a more bright and peaceful land where the dead go to receive offerings from the living. Abyss of Waters, Lofty of Banks. The 10th hour, known as Abyss of Waters, Lofty of Banks, is similarly pleasant to hour 9, where the residents of the 10th kingdom come down to the river to greet the bark. The Morning Star, a 2-headed snake with legs, now begins to guide the boat, and this is the hour where the scarab Khepri merges with Ra and resurrects him. Mouth of the Cavern. The 11th hour, known as the Mouth of the Cavern, is the more hellish kingdom within the Underworld. This is a section of the Underworld where the most heinous of humans are tormented in fire pits by monstrous fire-breathing goddesses. Darkness has fallen and births shine forth. Darkness has fallen and births shine forth is the name of the 12th and final hour of the night, and is where dawn finally breaks. However, Ra is not fully resurrected but more reborn as Khepri, who is basically an aspect of Ra, specifically in his capacity as the rising sun. The 12th kingdom of the night is revealed to be the colossal body of a snake simply known as Life of the Gods. This is where Ra sails out of the serpent's mouth and into a brand new day.